Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah wa ba'd. Bila shak wa bila rayb, without any doubt, there's not a single individual from amongst us except that he wants to go to Jannah. At least no one in his right mind except that he will say that he wants to go to the Jannah. All of us are inside of this dunya, and our time frame here is limited. We don't have forever to get it right. Now, our time is limited, and Allahu A'la wa A'lam as relates to how much time we actually have. Some of us may have some decades left. Some of us may only have some years left. Some of us may only have some months left. Some of us may only have some weeks left. Others from amongst us may only have some days left. Others from amongst us may only have some hours left. Allahu A'la wa A'lam. There may be some of us in this room who won't be here tomorrow. Maybe some of us in this room won't be here next week. So with that being the case, we have to take advantage of our time, and we can't allow for our time to be wasted, knowing that our time is very limited. It's very limited. Now, if someone were to give us a set amount of money, and they will say this is the only money you're going to have in your whole life. That's it. Just amount of money. It's the only money you ever going to get in your life. You're not going to get no more money but this. We will be very wise how we spend it. Very wise. We'll look at the price of everything to see whether or not it's worth getting in or not. Why? Because we know we run through our money, we're not getting no more money. Now, money, as precious as it is and as we may hold and deem it, it's not as precious as our time. Our time is more precious than money. Because money, the reality of it is that we spend it and we can make more, potentially, right? Whereas our time, once it goes, that's it. We can't get it back. Once the moment goes, we can't get it back. We can't go back in time. We can't buy it. We can't purchase it. It's done. Ala kulli hal, knowing the reality of the limit of our time, and then knowing the reality that none of us knows exactly when our time shall expire, it is important to remember, as Imam Ibn Qayyim, he mentioned that Jannah, the heaven that we all said we want to go to, ala man fi qalbihi najasa wa khubth la yadkhuluha illa ba'da tibihi wa tahrihi. He said that, and it comes inside of one nuskha, tatahuri, that the Jannah, right, whoever has inside of his heart filth and dirtiness, right, the filth and dirtiness of what? Sin, the filth and dirtiness of bid'ah, now, so on and so forth. Whoever has the likes of this inside of his heart, he's not going to enter into Jannah. You can't enter into Jannah with this filth in your heart. Now, except after it has been cleansed. Except after it has been cleaned out or cleansed. Now, this right here should be a motivation for us, knowing this reality, to one, try to minimize the dirtiness of our heart, meaning to definitely stay away from kufr, which is the ultimate filth and dirtiness, to stay away from bid'ah, to stay away from ma'asiyah, to stay away from sin and transgression as much as we possibly can. Stay away from it. As far as kufr, shirk, bid'ah, we stay away from it, period. You understand? But when it comes to the sins, that we try to minimize the sins as much as we can. Now, we all going to make sins. All the children of Adam, they make sins. And the best of those who make sins are those who make tawbah unto Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we have to increase in tawbah, increase in the cleaning of our heart, increase in begging Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to cleanse our heart, increase in asking Allah to forgive us, and try to stay away from the sin as much as we can to minimize the filth of our heart. And we have to put our intention, inshallah ta'ala, in cleaning the filth that has reached our heart, after knowing that no one will enter into the Jannah who has a dirty heart. No one will enter into the Jannah who has a dirty heart. Naam, the Imam, he says, فَإِنَّهَا دَارُ الطَّيِّبِينَ, because Jannah is the abode of the clean ones. Jannah is the abode of those who are clean, those who are good and wholesome. وَلِهَذَا يُقَالُ لَهُمْ, and for this it has been said unto them, طِبْتُمْ فَدَخُلُهَا خَالِدِينَ, you have been clean, or the clean ones, so enter into it and stay there forever. Enter into the Jannah and to stay therein forever. And bila shak wa bila rayb, I don't think there's a single individual who hears my voice except that he wants to be from those. He wants to be from those who enter into the Jannah. He wants to be from those who it is said to them, enter into the Jannah and stay there forever. Now, there's nobody in the right mind except that they want that to be said unto them. Now, so therefore it should become an effort of ours, it should become a goal of ours to cleanse our hearts as much as we possibly can, to clean our hearts as much as we possibly can. So if we said to us, طِبْتُمْ فَدُخُلُوهَا خَالِدِينَ, you have pured yourself, you have purified yourself, you have done well, so enter into the Jannah and stay therein forever. Imam Ibn Qayyim rahimahullah ta'ala, he goes on and he says, أي ادخلوها بسبب طيبكم, he says, meaning enter into it because you are good. Enter into it because you are good. You have done well, you have been good, so enter into it and stay therein forever. He said, meaning enter into it because you have done good. وَالْبِشَارُ عِنْدَ الْمَوْتِ, and those who have done good, those who are wholesome and goodly, they will have glad tidings when they die. They will have glad tidings when they die. We all know the pains of death, and we won't escape them. We all know how scary and terrifying the death is when the angel comes and he takes our soul. Now, for those who are good, for those who have done well, for those who are pure and clean up their hearts, then they will have a glad tiding upon their death. لِهَؤُلَاء دُونَ غَيْرِهِمْ, they will have a glad tiding upon their death that others in them won't receive. Those who have not done good, those who don't have clean hearts, they're not going to receive this glad tiding upon their death. Allah Ta'ala, He says, الَّذِينَ تَوَفَّاهُمُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ طَيِّبِينَ يَقُولُونَ سَلَامٌ عَلَيْكُمْ أُدْخُلُوا الْجَنَّةَ بِمَا كُنْتُمْ تَعْمَلُونَ. Allah Ta'ala says what means, and those who the angels, they take their souls who were good. Those who the angels, they take their souls and they were good. They will say unto them, Salamun alaykum, salam upon you. Enter into Jannah because of what you used to do. Enter into Jannah because of what you used to do. So we don't really have time to play around, because you see they say enter into Jannah because of what you used to do. Not enter into Jannah because what you was fitting to do, what you was about to do, what you had intended on doing before, in the future, but no, for what you did before in the past. Enter into Jannah for what you already done. It's done, you did it. Not enter into Jannah because you was about to. Now, how many of that is the case? Everybody always about to do something. Oh, I was about to. Yeah, but you didn't do it. You understand? So they said enter into Jannah because of what you used to do. Na'am. فَالْجَنَّةِ لَا يَدْخُلُهَا خَبِيث. The one who was khabith, the one who was filthy, he's dirty, he's not going to enter into the Jannah. وَلَا مَنْ فِيهِ شَيْءٍ مِّنْ خُبْثٍ, nor anyone who has something in him from filthiness, nor anyone who has something in him from corruption. Naam, he won't enter into Jannah. But he will have to what? Depending upon the nature of his corruption, will be dependent upon if he can even go to Jannah. If he's corrupt with the ultimate corruption, dirty with the ultimate dirt, meaning that he's a kafir, there's no way he's going to go to Jannah, period. And under any circumstances. Naam, if it's an individual who's a sinner from the Muslims, naam, then he will have to be either forgiven for the sin in which he has done, or he will have to be purified from that by what? By the hellfire. Purified from the sin that he was doing or she was doing, used to be doing, by what? By the hellfire. Purified from that filth before they can enter into Jannah. Because you can only enter the Jannah if you clean. Naam. Based upon this, the Prophet ﷺ, he used to beg Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to purify him and to cleanse him. Naam. Imam Ibn Qayyim rahimahullah ta'ala, he mentions, he says, سألت شيخ الإسلام عن معنى دعاء النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. He said that I asked Shaykh al-Islam, meaning Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah, about the meaning of the dua, the meaning of the supplication of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. As the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to say, Allahumma tahhirni min khatayaya bil ma'i wal thalji wal bard. That, oh Allah, cleanse me from my how would you say, cleanse me from my mistakes, cleanse me from my sins with water, with snow, and with sleet, and or lack of a better translation, right? So Ibn Qayyim, he asked, كيف تطهر الخطايا بذلك, or al-khataya bidhalik. He said, how are sins cleaned with these things? How are sins cleaned with water, with sleet and snow? How is it cleaned by these things? Like, what is the meaning of that? وَمَا فَائِدَ تَخْصِيصِ بِذَلِكَ, and what is the benefit in specifying these things? وَقَوْلُهُ فِي لَفْظٍ آخَرٍ, and the statement of the Prophet ﷺ inside of another narration, وَالْمَاءِ الْبَارِدِ, with cold water. What is the statement and why is the specification of cold water? Naam. وَالْحَارُ, and Imam Ibn Qayyim says, وَحَارُ أَبْلَغُ فِي الْإِنْقَاءِ. He said because hot water is a better cleansing agent. Hot water is a better cleansing agent. Naam. So he's trying to understand why is cold water specified when generally, right, in the dunya, when you want to clean something, you want to cleanse it really well, you use hot water. Right? It's a better cleansing agent. So why was cold water specified? فقال الشيخ الإسلام, so Shaykh al-Islam, he said, الخطايا توجب للقلب أو توجب للقلب حرارة والنجاسة والضعفا. He said because حرارة, نعم. He says because sins, they necessitate for the heart a heat, حرارة والنجاسة, and they make it filthy, and they make it weak. They make the heart hot, dirty, and weak. نعم. فترخي القلب, so it decreases and it weakens the state of the heart. يعني فيه النار الشهوة, and it has in it the flames of desire. It has in it the flames of desire. وتنجسه, and it makes the heart filthy and dirty. Now, it has in it the flames of desire, and it makes the heart filthy and dirty. فإن الخطايا والذنوب لها أو له منزلة الحطب الذي يمد النار ويوقدها. So sin and transgression, they are in the same status as firewood that extends the flames and it stokes the flames. Firewood, it extends the flames and it stokes the flames. Now, So the best way to put this out is by what? So he says, لِهَذَا كُلَّمَا كَثُرَ الْخَطَايَا اشْتَدَّتْ نَارُ الْقَلْبِ وَضَعْفَهُ. He said every time the sins are more, it increases the flames of the heart and the weakness of the heart. It increases the flames of the heart and the weakness of the heart. وَالْمَاء يَغْسِلُ خُبْث وَيُطْفِئُ النَّارِ. And water, it cleans filth and it puts out fire. Water, it cleans the filth and it puts out fire. And this is why the water was mentioned. فَإِنْ كَانَ بَارِدًا. And if the water is cold, نعم أورث الجسم صلابة وقوة. If the water is cold to put out the flames of these desires, then what? Then it will increase the body in firmness and in strength. It will increase the body in firmness and in strength. When the body is suffering from heat, or some type of heat exposure, then what? Then by cooling the body down gives the body strength. It gives the body its steadfastness back. It makes the body strong, right? A person suffering heat stroke and so on and so forth, you cool them down. You put water on them. You put cold compresses on them and so on and so forth. Suffering from fever and so on and so forth, then you put them in an ice bath, worst case scenario and so on and so forth, but you cool them down and it makes the body more strong again. Now, so likewise, the Imam says, فَإِنْ كَانَ مَعَهُ ثَلْجٌ وَالْبَرْدُ كَانَ أَقْوَى فِي التَّبْرِيدِ وَصَلَابَةُ الْجِسْمِ. Naam, he said, and if it has with it water, if this water has with it ice and snow, right, and the like, then it will what? It will be stronger in cooling the body down. It will be stronger in cooling the body down, and making the body strong again. Naam, washiddati, and making it firm again. فَكَانَ أَذْهَبُ لِلْأَثْرِ الْخَطَايَا. And it will be more suitable in removing the traces of the sin. More suitable in removing the traces of the sin. Ala kulli hal, this will give us some encouragement after knowing some of the benefits of this particular dua, to learn this dua. Because this dua is from the ways in which we purify and cleanse our hearts, by asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to purify us with the water, with the ice and with the snow, or the sleet and the snow, for lack of a better term, and the like. This is a reminder that I wanted to remind myself with, that we really have to take this limited time in which we have left to make sure that we are cleaning our hearts by believing correctly in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, cleaning our hearts by adorning ourselves with the proper methodology, the methodology of the Prophet ﷺ taught and his Sahaba were upon, purifying our hearts by asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us from the sins in which we have fallen into, purifying our hearts by minimizing our exposure in the falling into of the sin and the like. These things are very important for individuals who have the goal of entering into the Jannah, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us of those who enter into Jannah. Allah ta'ala an yuwaffiqni wa iyyakum lima yuhibbuhu wa yarda, wa an yaj'alna min alladhina yastami'una qawlan fayattabi'una ahsana, وأن يجعلنا مباركا حيثما كنا وأن يجعلنا ممن إذا أعطي شكر وذو بطول صبر وإذا أذنب استغفر فإن هؤلاء ثلاث عنوان السعادة. فنكتفي بهذا القدر، وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين، وجزاكم الله خيرا.